Hello all and welcome in to the finale of Tier 2 round 19. You're joined by me, WHF, Arrow and Ollie,
Bonjour, everyone.
and we're here for the championship decider where three drivers could win it, although we're missing Centrix, don't know where he is. But there's been someone ready up early.
Oh, goody.
But we're just gonna do qualifying anyway. Unfortunately, we can't find out who's actually readied up because there's no way of knowing, as EA do not let you know. But we're gonna go on board with the championship leader if the game will let us find him.
Yeah, we'll find it first.
There's just so
There he
many
is.
drivers jumping around, and I can't even get up to P1. Here we go. Finally, we can go on board with Ritzy on his lap that could help him win the championship here. And never, right, okay, that's a win. Before we loaded in, the standings page had like disappeared and now it's back. So that's good.
Alright. That's pretty good.
Glad to have that back, but Ritzy needs to keep this lap valid. Codzilla, his championship rival, all the way down in P10. P9, jumping around at the moment, needs a big result here over Ritzy in order to win.
Or Harry goes for P1. Let's back
What?
to P1.
Ritzy dancing with
Oh, I've been
Carl
on a
Harry.
Zampa this whole time. Fuck me.
Other Red Bull and Zampa's in P3 on his debut
on,
this
Zampa.
season. Charisma P12 at the moment. Will Ritzy get those pole points that will help him win the championship? Ritzy's going to cross the line now out of the final corner, and Ritzy gets pole by a tenth. Ritzy on pole.
Scotland's been disqualified. Oh, damn.
But Ritzy on pole here right before we load into the sprint. And Ritzy's got the points he needed. 1/10 ahead of Parallel Harry.
And then second to Mr.
And then
Zampa.
A second
Qualifying Sanderson.
Codzilla all the way down in P9. That's not what he needed in qualifying. Codzilla needs maximum points here. He is 18 points behind Ritzy. As we head into the sprint, we'll make that 20 points now with that pole from Ritzy with a 1:21.85, which I'm
Well, that's
pretty
gonna
sure is
help
like
his chances
four.
there.
I'm pretty sure that's 4/10 quicker than my time trial on one shot quali. Right,
Well, that's a
Love to see
Ritzy.
it.
But yeah.
but we're now gonna load in for the sprint. Hopefully we can get. Hopefully no one ready's up early. Hopefully we can.
Yeah, we do not want anyone running up early now. So I believe the sprint is 10 laps long and the main race is 29 laps. So in total these guys are going to be doing 39 laps, which is actually quite a lot if you think about it. But so by the end of this race people probably going to be feeling the fatigue, I reckon, because this is not an easy track. It's very technical and there's a lot of slow and medium speed corners. And obviously we did have that update of the track back in 21, I believe, which is, I'd say, a lot improved overtaking a lot more, which hopefully we should see in the race.
Yep, but currently, if Ritzy scores, let's do the math here. 8 points, so I think a P3 for Ritzy wins him the championship. And that is if Codzilla doesn't finish, though. So, or finishes outside the points at least. So, if Codzilla finishes inside the top 10, he keeps his championship hopes alive. As we head on to into the final race of the season here in Tier 2. Welcome in GB, Eze, Zampa, and Dub into the chat. Dubsy says, let's go, COD. Eze says, Zampa and Charisma on the grid. WTF. Yes, Zampa and Charisma have returned for the final race of the season. We love to have the OG of the OGs back here. But the drivers should be readying up now, and we're going to have 10 laps of the sprint here in Abu Dhabi as we go to the 5 red lights. Who will get away well here? And as the lights go out,
we're going. Oh, Harry with a great getaway.
Harry could take the lead here in the turn 1. Ritzy round the outside, side by side he goes. Ritzy's got to keep it clean here, doesn't want to lose out in this battle. Ritzy's going to have to concede to Harry. Meanwhile, Ritzy now having a look around the outside of Harry. Harry keeping it side by side with Ritzy. Everyone's gotten away clean here. Codzilla down to P12. Not what he needed here.
Oh, we got Zampa. Gonna make it 3 wide.
Zampa on the inside, 3 wide. Then the Red Bull has contact with his Red Bull teammate of Ritzy, and Ritzy's through into the lead. And there's a Williams round in the background of GB, I believe. VSC, and that is GB around in the background.
Oh,
very unfortunate. Max has retired. Naka Kraka, what?
Oh, there's a crash on the straight there. Oh, something happened there.
A crash between Naka Kraka and Max.
As we've got a VSC, is that gonna? Yeah, that's a safety car. Okay.
Full safety car out now. A couple drivers are gonna pit. This is gonna help Codzilla get back into the fight.
I think Zampa. I think Zampa should pit. I think people on softs probably just go on mediums.
No. You can extend. You can extend.
That's Feta is joined.
Feta is joined. I don't know why.
Probably help Ritzy, I'd say. He's engineer at the time. Anyway, we've got 6 cars into the pit lane. Oh no. Including our Premiership contender, Codzilla. Damn, he must have been caught up in all of that. That looked like a right kerfuffle. A lot of drivers getting their nose changed.
And even Codzilla, but Codzilla may have made the smart move because he was only P9 anyway. He's pit to come on to softs, which will go to the end here. And the safety car is going to help extend those softs. So Codzilla could gain a lot here. We'll have to see. But under this safety car, can we see?
And Fetzer is gone.
Who can get a good start there? Zampa sent it 3 wide up the inside. Contact.
I mean, it looked like
teammate.
Zampa was clearly inside of. I mean, it was risky to make it 3 wide in a corner like that. I think he thought he could probably get the move done late braking, but at the end of it, Ritzy was ahead and he did tap him. I didn't see what happened with GB though. I did see GB with P4.
I missed what happened with GB. I just seen that he was gone round, but I love how Zampa's joined in and has given no shits. Doesn't care about the championship.
Lap 1, he's already caused a massive.
Who's vying for it? Zampa's like, I'm sending it. I want the win immediately. And what a start it has been for Zampa, down in P3. So and Naka Crack apparently moved out of the way for another car, and someone smashed into his rear. Meanwhile, Charisma on his debut this season up in P7, and we'll have a look at the tyres, but I believe the softs can easily go to the end here. As we see a bit of a pile-up at the back here, as Freddy's got a time penalty for contact, but I feel like the softs would struggle at the end normally.
Right,
but
Centrix is alive. Centrix alive.
Is he? Right, we'll get.
Yep.
I'll get him an invite, but he has put himself in. Not a great position for this race. Where is Centrix?
Ritzy needs to try P3 or higher, and he'd be champion. Which I think it'll be him versus Harry.
That's if Codzilla does not close the gap. If Codzilla gets some points here, it can still close the gap, and it'll leave enough margin so that. It could still go down to the final race, and if Ritzy retires at any point, it could really throw a spanner in the works.
Yeah.
If he's involved in some incident, Harry wanting to win, Zampa wanting to win. We already seen how much of a lunatic Zampa was on that first lap.
That was typical Zampa, though, to be honest.
It wasn't really a lunatic send. It was a send you could go for, but it was like
it was very risky, and unfortunately, it didn't go well.
Very risky. Did have contact. Thankfully, no damage. But the softs will go to the end here, as this safety car definitely helped stretch them.
I'm going to unfortunately have to go for a little second here, so you're going to be on your own here. All right. But I'll be back as quick as I possibly can. So.
But anyway, we're going to follow Ritzy here. When does Ritzy drop the hammer? And will Parallel Harry be able to stay with him? Will Zampa be able to stay with him? What can Codzilla do here under this restart on those fresh softs as well? And Ritzy's now going to go out of the final corner. Harry staying with him very closely. Zampa there in the background, the Red Bull falling a little bit back. Ritzy leads us into turn 1. Still in the lead here as Codzilla's dropped down. Codzilla's dropped a couple positions here. Down in P10. Oh, and he's had contact from Freddy as well. What is this camera angle? As Codzilla goes side by side with Freddy. Ritzy's lost out to Harry, as Harry trying to take the lead of the race. I wish we had two cameras here, because Codzilla now dropped down to P12. Codzilla down in P12, struggling under this restart. Meanwhile, Ritzy side by side with Harry. Into the chicane, Harry concedes the position. Ritzy gets through. Zampa battling here with Cthulhu. Cthulhu trying to find a way through. Craig in the Ferrari also looking for a way through. Meanwhile, Harry on the back of Ritzy round the outside. Can Harry make it stick? As there's a 3 wide behind them, but we're keeping an eye on the championship battle. Craig loses out here. Zampa keeping it ahead of Spared Fungus for the moment. Zampa lost out to Cthulhu, but what absolute racing we've had here onto the restart. Codzilla really struggling here. I wondered, does he have front wing damage? Harry right up the gearbox of Ritzy. Meanwhile, GB's gone round, unfortunately, as Harry sets the fastest lap right along behind Ritzy. But can Ritzy keep it together here? We will see. There's a yellow flag out. And who's that for? It's for Craig. Craig's gone round. And that's going to help Codzilla gain some positions here. Meanwhile, Harry right on the back of Ritzy as we continue on. Can Harry find a way back through Ritzy? Ritzy and Harry have dropped the pack behind. Zampa now looking on the back of Cthulhu as Spared Fungus now may find a way through. Spared Fungus is going to back out of that move early. Does not want to contact. Zampa goes a little deep though. Can Spared Fungus get the traction out of the chicane here? But Zampa's got good traction out of the chicane as well. Harry now looking on the back of Ritzy again. Harry now on the inside. Round the left-hander here. Can Ritzy keep it ahead? He does. Meanwhile, And unfortunately for GB says he's major damage. But I would stay out, GB, because if you finish ahead of anyone, you will start ahead of him in the race, which will give you less of a job to do. But Wade Throne now picks up a time penalty. Harry still following along Ritzy, as Freddy now has got traction on the outside of Charisma. Can Freddy send it round the outside? Charisma, will he break deeper? He does. Charisma now gets through, but Freddy having a look back through again. Side by side they go. Charisma and Freddy side by side here. Freddy's going to get the inside, and Charisma may have to concede the position here as he's got the quicker Ferrari coming through the pack, but will, as we see Zampa lose out to Spared Fungus. Charisma should have DRS on Freddy, but Freddy has DRS on Zampa here as well. Meanwhile, Harry now gets ahead of Ritzy into the lead. We've multiple battles throughout here.
Back.
As Zampa now sends it on the inside of Cthulhu at the chicane. Side by side they go. Contact between Zampa and Cthulhu. Zampa's almost round. Charisma dancing on the curb on the outside, as well as Ritzy gets back into the lead on the outside. Absolute chaos here on lap 6. Meanwhile, Godzilla now into P7, where he needs to be. As Charisma side by side with Wade Throne. Charisma's losing out massively here. Contact with multiple drivers. Godzilla now on the back of Zampa. Can he find a way through? Godzilla, after struggling onto the restart, is now starting to come back through. Meanwhile, Zampa going a bit off there, losing time. Can Godzilla find a way back through again? And thank you for the compliment, the chat, Dub. As we move on now to lap 7. Zampa will now be out of the DRS, which may make this move easy for Godzilla, but can Zampa push to get within inside the DRS again of Cthulhu? Cod now needs to get up as high as possible. Meanwhile, Parallel Harry on the back of Ritzy will have DRS again. I'm sure Harry will want this win for pride. Meanwhile, Ritzy needs this win for the championship, as Ritzy now is going to have to concede the position to Harry, as Harry has the DRS. Meanwhile, Charisma may have had a bit of contact with Red Throne. I think Charisma has given him that position back. Meanwhile, Spared Fungus now on the back of Freddy. Spared Fungus been very quick this race.
Contact with Cthulhu.
Side by side they go again. Cthulhu gets through. Meanwhile, Godzilla looking on the back of both these drivers. Will Zampa send it through round the outside? Zampa's got the DRS. Can Godzilla find a way through? Godzilla on the inside. Can he send it through on Cthulhu? This is big for the championship. Can Godzilla hold it together? He does. Godzilla now in P6. Now on the back of Zampa. Can he find a way through as we head on now to lap 8? Ritzy right up the gearbox of Parallel Harry. And we don't know yet what this will do to the standings, but we'll have a double check. Is Centrix back in again? Did Centrix join?
I don't know. I've been away.
Did he say he's awake, or what did he say?
He said he's here. He's here. And I've told last thing I told him that the lap 3 on the sprint.
Meanwhile, Godzilla now on the back of Zampa with the DRS. Could be an easy move, but Zampa's no easy.
Has got COVID, so he passed out pretty much. So Centrix is unwell, unfortunately.
Does he say he's not making the race?
He said that he wants an invite, so I think he's going to try and make it, but he's not.
All right,
100%.
Get him an invite if you can. Meanwhile, Zampa now on the outside of Godzilla. Meanwhile, Harry gets back into the lead here, battling with Ritzy. There's battles throughout. Ritzy now going to get the traction on the inside. Can he keep the position? He may just do. Harry now really on the back of the gearbox of Ritzy. Meanwhile, Godzilla gets into P5, which is going to be big for the championship. Hopefully we can get Centrix back in. But we will see what this win does for Ritzy, if he can get it. Will he have won the championship here in this sprint? We'll have to do some counting after we finish here, as we head on to the penultimate lap. And Freddy's out! Well, he's in the wall.
No!
Contact potentially with Spared Fungus. Freddy's gone into the wall.
Was he stuck?
He's stuck. Freddy, if you're listening, you can reset the track if you're stuck. Meanwhile, Godzilla now, this has benefited him massively into P4 with that Freddy incident. But Freddy may have had a wheel glitch of some sort, and it's disqualified him. It sounded like he was trying to reverse there.
Yeah, the rear wheels are spinning.
I think he may have had a wheel glitch.
Oh, Paro, Harry. Oh, no, backed out in the mud.
Backed out. Meanwhile, Coldzilla now into P4, which is going to help him, but it's going to be a big ask in the race. We'll have to see. Meanwhile, Harry now, as we see Centrix join, as Harry now heading onto the final lap behind Ritzy, which could be big for the championship now. If there's contact between these two, it could throw an absolute spanner in the works. If Ritzy wins here and gets the fastest lap, it could be the championship, but we'll have to double check.
God.
As we head now onto the final lap.
Oh,
Scotland's retired.
On the straight. Oh no.
We've had multiple incidents on the straight, so a bit confusing how they've happened. But as we head onto the final lap now, parallel Harry on the back of Ritzy. Zampa now ahead of Cthulhu. They're battling over P5, but we're going to keep an eye here on the battle for the lead. Harry and Ritzy.
Craig Conley. Craig's off as well.
Battling.
There's so many incidents.
Off.
God damn, what is happening?
Yeah, a lot of incidents in this sprint here. Meanwhile, Harry now has
Harry's
the DRS.
In the best possible position.
Does he want to go for the move, or does he want to wait to the next DRS? It seems Harry's going for the move here. Meanwhile, Ritzy on the back of Harry. Ritzy's going to have the DRS here and could be big. Scotland says his battery died, so the AI just took him into the wall. Interesting. Meanwhile, Ritzy now on the back of Harry. Harry covering off the inside.
Could this be for the championship?
Could this win the championship? Ritzy going to look on the inside. Is he going to send it? Ritzy, don't send it on the inside. And this could be the championship right here.
Oh,
Harry goes off. He goes wide. Ritzy into the lead.
I think that might be it.
But we're going to have to count it up. But Ritzy, with that last lap move here in the sprint, could win the championship. We're going to have to count it up. But Ritzy now is going to round the final corner and win the sprint in Abu Dhabi. We're going to have to double check whether that is the championship. Let us find out, as Coldzilla now within DRS obscured fungus, but not enough. Coldzilla now. We're gonna have to count this up. Is this the championship? Did Zampa bends it across the line?
He did not get fastest lap though. Ritzy did not get fastest lap.
Do you know who did?
I believe that went to Dasher in P9.
Dasher gets the fastest lap.
So the Alpine could have cost Ritzy the championship.
Dasher now. I think if Centrix can't pick a car, we will restart the lobby.
He left the session.
He left?
Yeah, he just left. I don't know if he realised that maybe it's already done for him. Maybe he wants to call it quits. For...
Let's count it. Let's count it.
I'll send him another invite though.
Yeah, definitely send him another invite. We're gonna refresh here. Ritzy's now ahead by quick math. Why are you putting me on the spot? 302 minus there's already something in my calculator. So 302 minus 279, 23 points. It is not over, chat. It is not over. Coldzilla is 23 points behind. Meanwhile,
he did that on. So what? If he finished P5.
Meanwhile, unfortunately, it is over for Centrix. Centrix is 28 points behind, so even if he wins against the fastest lap, he will not win. So, I don't believe...
Oh no. Centrix can't pick a car apparently.
I think we'll restart the lobby. Yeah, we will restart the lobby if Centrix cannot pick a car.
Alright, well we'll just... Alright then.
But Ritzy wins here in the sprint. But Coldzilla could still win the championship here. But he needs a win or P2 in the fastest lap. And for Ritzy to not finish.
All right. Well, we will.
Don't leave the lobby just yet.
No, I'm not. Do we know we need to get the grid? Did you get a screenshot of the grid?
I did not.
Neither did
camera,
I.
camera.
Shit.
I've got my camera. Thank God I took a picture of it. But
Alright, I know. I've got race director.
you in a car? We're gonna ask Centrix, is he in a car or is he not?
He is not.
He is not in a car. Well, GB's left, so I reckon that is a restart.
Yeah, might as well.
I think. Yeah, we'll restart.
Oh, we'll try to do this as quick as possible. I have got a grid, by the way, on my phone. I'll try and do it as quick as possible.
Yeah, we'll try and get as quick as possible.
Everyone blame Centrix. This was Centrix all along.
I would blame China.
China? Oh.
For manufacturing a...
Alright, I'll invite you to the lobby and I'll get everything sorted out while you invite people.
Yep. So, chat, we'll be right back. Right. Let's see here. Let's try and get everyone back as we head now.
Strict.
Make sure the weather is the same as well.
Yeah. do we know what the weather's going to be?
I don't think it matters in Abu Dhabi. There's definitely not going to be any rain. But if there is rain, that's hilarious.
It's going to be clear anyway.
If there is rain, you know, that'd be funny.
Yeah. Right. Now we just need people to join, so I can do lobby. I can do grid.
Yep. So let us go down through all the drivers here. I'll get in the awkward ones first. I'll get in Freddy and Centrix because they're crossplay, and Harry.
Can I put Zamper at the back for the lols? Zamper and Charisma at the back.
No, you can't do that. Centrix and then Freddy.
Right, so the grid is Ritzy, Harry, Side Fungus, Cod, Cthulhu, top 5, and then Zamper P6. So, I think, how many did we have in total? It'll be 18 with Centrix joining. Alright. Are we muted on stream?
We are not.
No, okay.
I don't know. I don't even know how we would do that.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you untick the box, you can mute yourself, but I don't even know how I would mute myself while I still talk. But anyway, let's get everyone back in here as quick as we can.
If you are watching the stream, guys, if you could please get in the lobby as quick as possible, so we can get you in your good positions and start this bitch.
Yep. And then, for those of you who haven't followed yet, please do. We're also going to be back tomorrow for the Tier 1 season finale as well, where the championship is certainly wrapped up as Cookie has won by quite some margin.
Yeah, we don't even talk about that.
But I reckon I can still win the championship. Like if I do well enough, I'll get enough points. I'll get like 100, well, maybe. I don't even remember how many points I'm behind. Is it nearly 300?
Don't know.
I don't even know. I don't know how many points it is behind.
I need Spared Fungus. He's the P3 man. I need him.
Who's next? In invites, Cthulhu wanted one. It's just have you made it a 50%
Yeah.
race with nothing else on you?
No quality, yeah.
Right.
I'll double check before we start, but I'm pretty sure that's good, so.
Also, chat, for those of you listening in, the Constructors Battle is also up for contention. I don't know what word I'm trying to come up with here, but the Constructors is definitely still doing it in the wire as well, led by McLaren between Codzilla and Scotland, and then there's also
Alright,
I think
Spared Fungus
McLaren
in?
have won the Constructors there. Let me
I don't think he
find
is. No. So it goes Ritzy, Harry, Fungus, Codzilla, Cthulhu, Zampa, Charisma, Web Throne, Dasher, Newton, Reggie, Sansons, Craig Conley in Scotland. Right,
so
Fungus.
Nuto is not in.
Yeah, we need
the brother pair in the Haas's of Naka Kraka and
Zampa in. Zampa is not in.
Zampa says in the chat, I think I went a bit mad there. Who am I missing now?
Naka where did Naka Kraka? Oh, Naka Kraka DNF'd.
Oh, what do I do about people that
Naka.
DNF though? Because they're
Start them in the order they DNF'd, and unfortunately Freddy is gonna have to start at the back because of the DSQ, which I don't know what was his fault, or
I mean, I don't know.
unfortunately.
So who we need?
Thank you for the 2-bit Zampa. We are now rich. We're missing one person. Who is that?
Have we got Charisma and Zampa in?
Oh.
Yeah, we
we're
need
missing
them
two.
two. That's the only two we're missing. And I think they're the only two I need to do the grid. Because they're sixth and seventh.
you know, I gotta be honest. Apologies, Charisma and Zampa. I forgot about yous because you just haven't been here all year.
Yeah, I literally need them two, and then I can do the grid.
Here we go. Right, they've both got invites now.
Okay, right. Hopefully they join, because I want to get this shit going.
But yep, we've got 29 laps here at Abu Dhabi, still to come. And Codzilla could still win the championship. McLaren are the constructors champions, not just the constructors.
With
Because behind McLaren is Alfa Romeo, and I don't believe they can score 51 points in the last race. Mathematically. Can they? 20. Oh, wait, maybe it isn't. Who's in the Alfa Romeos? Wed Throne and Cintrix. I think if Alfa Romeo get a 1-2 here, and both McLarens finish outside the points,
everyone's in. Okay.
maybe.
Right, bear with everyone. Alright, who's first?
Right. Ollie's just sorting the order, and then we're gonna head in. And also, do you have Cintrix at the back as well?
Yeah. Get into that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cintrix
can still.
Nuto, Friggy, Sensen, Craig.
Cintrix, unfortunately, is out of the championship fight here. Had COVID and fell asleep, which I can't blame him because COVID. Whenever I got it last year,
trust me.
Absolutely put me on my ass.
Scotland.
So I can't blame him.
Scotland, Nackracker. Then it's Max. Then Centrix, then Freddy. Right, we are good.
Are we ready to go?
We are ready.
Right, let's go.
Right, and we are good for the race. Alright then. Right, so you might as well ping them.
Harry Wonton in the chat has redeemed a race prediction, and he says parallel Harry P1 by 26 seconds. I would be impressed.
I
Very
would be impressed.
If you pull that off. I don't think you can physically do that with Ritzy on track, or Centrix, or Godzilla. Like the top three in the championship, unless somehow they all clean each other or they all get cleaned.
Ah, we'll see. Imagine if fucking Centric still wins this championship. Or is he mathematically out of this now?
Yeah, he's... Unless I did my math wrong.
I think, can't he?
Yeah, he can still get... He still definitely can get P2. He's only 5 points behind Godzilla now. Unless I've done my math wrong. Because the best he can get now is the... be a point behind Ritzy, I believe. Which is sickening if that happens. If Centrix wins, gets the fastest lap, and is a point behind Ritzy, I think it would cry. Because if he had just not had COVID, he could have made...
He could have made this a very good thing, but you can't blame him, unfortunately. That's probably the worst time to get COVID for him. Since he's moving up to Tier 1 next season, so he will not have this opportunity, I don't think. Cookie still being alive.
Could have just told him to leave it a day, you know. He could have just said, COVID, park it, you know. Just don't, you know. We still have a lot of championship battles throughout the field, but unfortunately we won't be able to count them all up until after the stream because there is a lot to get through. But meanwhile, Zampa, is Zampa here in the standings? Let me see.
Is he? I don't think he's raced at all.
No, but he did score there, so I'm trying to see where is he? He's not showed up, I don't think. Yeah, there's a couple drivers where it'll just be like glitched where they don't show up in standings. And I don't think he showed up, but
Alright, I've told everyone to get going, so we should get going soon, soon. If people listen to me, we'll see.
But yeah, we should have 29 laps around Abu Dhabi.
Hopefully with less carnage than the sprint.
But as there's more laps, I'm guessing more carnage. But let's see here as we head into the final Tier 2 race of the season. Get your predictions in, who you think is going to win. Harry Wonton has said Parallel Harry's going to win by 26 seconds. Meanwhile, we have the 5 red lights on. And they're out. Who can get away well here? The cars have not moved away just yet. But I'm sure they will get away soon. And there's a safety car. Right. I've heard of this glitch before, but I've never experienced it.
What the fuck?
Hopefully everyone just keeps in position. What is everyone doing? What is everyone doing? Why is there a pile up?
Oh god, what is happening?
What?
Alright, so what the fuck is... Oh my god.
Is Craig stuck behind the safety car now?
Uh...
What's happening? Where was Craig supposed to be?
He was like, oh my god.
And for some reason my stream is now dying. Yeah, as long as everyone held position, it should be fine. Itself.
Why is it all going to shit, like, now? Why couldn't it have gone
Yeah,
to shit,
this
like,
has
last
just
week
been
or something?
a bit of chaos for some reason. But anyway, we should hopefully have everyone together.
Right.
And I legit have gigabit internet, so I don't know why the stream's doing that, but I've turned down the quality again, so hopefully everyone should be back. I don't know why my Wi-Fi does that, but it just fucking drops randomly. I don't know why. But anyway, hopefully everyone should be back. My Wi-Fi is just, I don't know, killing itself. But anyway, we should hopefully...
So, I have a question then. Oh, alright, we're going out. Alright, good. We'll resume as quick as possible. Okay, good. So, for example, if Ritzy DNF'd and COD... So how many points is COD behind Ritzy
needs
now?
to finish... He needs... well, he's 23 points behind, so he needs to get 24 points by any means necessary, because... I'm pretty sure Ritzy will win on countback, because Ritzy has several wins, although I've not counted them.
Yeah.
Let's look at the scoreboard. Ritzy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. COD has 1, 2. So, yep. Ritzy would win on countback here. So,
Anyway, the tyre strategy is actually Ritzy is the only one on hards. So off the restart here, he's going to probably... I mean, it's Ritzy, so he's not, but he could pull down a couple of positions here. As he
this is realistically just the
going
start.
As lights out and away we go.
Lights out and away we go, basically. Because we didn't get it the first time. Meanwhile, Coldzilla now on the back of Spirit Fungus. Cthulhu's going to dive on the inside. Coldzilla's going to keep it back round. A bit of a rear tap from the Williams.
Oh, he got Zampa.
As he almost runs into Zampa as well.
Oh, no.
Oh, Zampa now round the outside as we got a BSC out. And that is Freddy.
Oh, God.
Has fallen down the order. Freddy's had another incident. Freddy's missing a front nose cone.
Surely not.
More chaos.
Car, aren't we, please? I'll put it on reduced.
This restart, and it is a VSC. I don't think we should get a safety car. Meanwhile, Ritzy now 1.2 ahead of Parallel Harry. We're going to keep an eye on this to see what happens.
Yeah, safety car reduced. So, well, to be honest, that first one was bullshit. So,
yeah,
unfortunate for Freddy there. Actually, debris.
It's a known glitch. It's just never happened in our league so far.
Until now.
But there's other leagues I've been in where it like happened every time.
Lovely.
So.
Right, I want to know who's going to get a drive-through.
Meanwhile, Max now. Good. Coldzilla now right on the back of Spared Fungus. Coldzilla now needs a good result here. Needs to max out what they can get in this race. He needs basically everything to go wrong for Ritzy and everything to go right for him in order to win this here in Abu Dhabi. He's on the back of Spared Fungus. He may get into the podium now. And Harry now on the inside of Ritzy. And will they keep it clean? So far they are side by side. Harry going to look for the switchback through the chicane. Coldzilla now needs now to stay with this battle. As we see Harry now looking on the outside of Ritzy. Ritzy defending the inside. Holding that inside line. Coldzilla now, one of our championship leaders, has joined this battle and has gotten up to where he needs to be for the moment. Needs minimum P2 and fastest lap here. Meanwhile, Ritzy realistically just needs to finish. As we see Parallel Harry have a bit of a wheel slip, losing the rear. As we move on now to lap 5, a couple of laps have been skipped essentially because of that safety car. But we'll see what battles are going on.
Anyway,
Zampa
we've got a three-way battle for the lead, including 2 championship protagonists. That's what we love to see.
Centrix now past Scotland, looking for a way past Craig. Centrix
is now in the
started
points.
at the back. In the points, sending it on Craig into P14.
Harry with DRS inside of Ritzy.
Dub says he needs a smoke, as there's a horrible camera angle here, but we're on board
contact.
with Coldzilla. Contact between Ritzy and Harry. As Coldzilla now, will he have a look on his championship rival? Will he keep it in and play it safe? It looks like Coldzilla's done the latter. As Ritzy now gets back in.
Cthulhu. They're going to go side by side.
And Centrix now in.
Oh,
Contact between Zampa and Cthulhu. They're still making contact as Cthulhu on the outside of Zampa. Still contact. And Zampa gets through ahead of Cthulhu. Meanwhile, Centrix has been making up positions, cutting his way through the field. Centrix now on the back of Nakakrak, has to get really on the brakes to avoid an incident there. Meanwhile, Cthulhu still in the back of Zampa. Zampa's on the back of Spared Fungus. Coldzilla now. Can he find a way back up on to or into the lead where he needs to be? Meanwhile, Centrix making up more positions now.
Pod is now out of DRS.
Into 12. Well, he's in. What? He's in DRS for me.
He is 1.1 out.
He's now. What?
Oh, he's got it now.
He's got it.
He's
7/10 for me.
I
think we're massively desynced.
No, it's I've got my interval on leader, gap to leader. Oopsie.
Oh right. That was the problem. Ritzy now looking for the switchback on Harry. Harry sent it into the chicane. Ritzy's going to have the DRS. Still going to get this move comfortably back through. Coldzilla is just watching along, and Coldzilla, I bet in his mind, is thinking, run into him, Harry. Run into him, because that could be what it takes for Coldzilla to win the championship here. Meanwhile, Zampa looking on the back of Spared Fungus. Spared Fungus in P4 ahead of Zampa. Zampa and Charisma having a good debut here as Zampa.
That's a risky move
here in the final sector.
Oh!
Spared Fungus going to keep it through. Zampa gets into P4. Spared Fungus went very wide off track, trying to keep the position.
Wow.
Lovely move there from Zampa. Could see Spared Fungus going wide. Zampa now into P4. He has Cthulhu and Charisma for company here. Zampa and Charisma, former OTL champions, have returned to WHF here. Oh well, maybe it was the first race in WHF, but we are secretly just SSR continued as we move up to the front again. Harry still following along. Ritzy, Coldzilla looking for a way through as Spared Fungus gets back through, and Zampa's Charisma.
Oh, Zampa! Oh my
Goes
god.
very deep.
Oof.
And now Cthulhu, can he find a way through on Zampa? Zampa also looking for a way through on Spirit Fungus now. Gonna look for the outside. Meanwhile, we've got a move for the lead here. Harry and Ritzy swapping positions. Coldzilla still doing what he needs to. Watching these two battle. He's kind of waiting for them both to have contact. Meanwhile, Spirit Fungus now on the back of Zampa. Charisma been very close behind Cthulhu. Meanwhile, we haven't even been paying attention to him, but Centrix now on the outside.
Oh, no,
Gonna look to switch back.
Centrix!
Contract! And Centrix is in the wall. I wonder, does he have any damage?
Oh, that is
Centrix
that's
going
not
for the
good.
move on
That was
Dasher.
unfortunate. I didn't see what exactly happened there. It just looked like he spun there. I don't know how. I guess there was contact. That was
I
weird.
think he got too close to the rear of Dasher and made contact with the rear, which put him round.
That's got to
Meanwhile,
be.
Centrix
That's got to hurt him.
trying to recover here as he sees Craig ahead of him. Pick up a time penalty. Centrix now may send it into the hairpin. Craig going defensive. Centrix looking to send it around the
Spare
outside.
Fungus could go for a move on Zamp.
But
And he
Gonna-
doesn't go for it that time. Oh!
yeah, meanwhile we've
Yeah,
got
charisma nearly
Harry
takes out
and Cod
Cthulhu. God damn.
still in this battle. Meanwhile,
Zampa!
Zampa's around. Zampa's around and there's contact
It went
with
for
the
him.
Alfa Romeo as well.
Oh.
Zampa, who's spun, had contact with the Alfa Romeo. Meanwhile, Ritzy and Harry swapping for positions here. Wow, a lot of chaos there.
Charisma's out!
Charisma's out.
And we've got a safety
Charisma's
car.
out. Where is he out? He's out on the inside. He's lost traction. And that is
Curve by the looks
Charisma
of things.
out for the day. There's a safety car out.
But there is our
And
one.
what is Ritzy going to do? Ritzy's
of our
going to come
OGs.
in. Godzilla is going to come in as well.
Ritzy's in on lap on
Harry-
half of hards though. I don't know if he can take
think he
mediums
may
all
do
that
a-
way.
I
That's
think
gonna be a
he's going to
stretch.
do like a medium soft or something. Meanwhile, Cthulhu gets a 3-second time penalty. Not what you want to be getting.
What is Cod
Ritzy
gonna
out on
do?
mediums.
Cod goes on to hards.
Yeah, Godzilla could do hards to the end here. Meanwhile, Ritzy could have to pit. And here's the thing. If Ritzy pits and is trying to fight his way through the
So everyone's
order...
pitted actually. Oh my god.
Yeah, everyone pitting apart. Even Friday. Will Freddy pit as well here? Will SDK Max pit as well? But another
Cthulhu goes
safety
onto
car here.
softs. Dasher goes
Freddy
onto
gonna come out.
softs.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could do a soft medium from here. Maybe even a soft if you're brave.
Best Centrix.
Meanwhile, SDK Max is going to stay out
Oh, Centrix got
How
held
many
in the
positions?
pits. Oh, that's unfortunate.
by Wedstone fixing that front wing, I assume,
Yeah.
because Zampa
Zampa
had
did a funny.
also, and unfortunately for Charisma, we have had an emu moment, which has led to that safety car.
Honestly, Charisma. I had to expect more
Um,
from you, mate, to be honest.
Well, it's his first race back on the game.
Oh, I know.
not
I'm
used
just
to-
being an asshole.
Also, the GB
Ooh,
says he's
whoa.
risking it medium to medium, which is very doable. And medium here is.
Is he going to
like,
get
very doable.
disqualified though for not using two sets of tyres?
Well.
What tyre did he start on actually? Oh, yeah.
Oh wait, I think he means he's risking it. Medium, hoping for a safety car.
Oh.
I think that's what he means. Because I was thinking he started on the hards and then is doing a medium.
Yeah,
or
that's
something,
what I
but
thought.
No.
Yeah. Never mind.
GB's gone medium.
Well, if there's no
Which is
safety car, then he's
confusing.
going to have to pit.
For sure. He could have gone hards to the end, but we will see what GB and his genius has in store for us. But
Right.
as we're on lap 10 here, we're probably going to have to restart onto lap 11. And Ritzy is in the position where he needs to be to win the championship. As it stands, Ritzy would be the champion And Coldzilla would
I
finish
think
P2.
Cod's actually in the
Centrix.
best possible place. Because he's on
Yeah,
hards, which will
Coldzilla-
go to the end.
Yeah, and he just needs to really beat Harry. Harry is his...
But that wouldn't win him the championship. He'd still have to get fastest lap.
But
Oh.
what also could happen is Ritzy stretching the mediums to the end, which would be mental, but I could see Ritzy doing
I could see Ritzy doing it, but I feel like by lap 29, he's not going to be in a good zone.
Yeah. Ritzy could also just go medium soft from here, which is more what I'm expecting, but Ritzy's an enigma. You never know what to expect from him. He will send it anywhere, and he will do any strategy.
Oh yeah.
So,
anyway,
who
I'll be
knows
back
what
in a
he's gonna
second.
come
I
up
need to
with.
go for. I need to quickly nip to the loo.
Alright.
So, once again,
Right.
you'll have to take us back to the restart.
Yep. Meanwhile, we are going to have the safety car in this lap. Ritzy's going to lead us away. Coldzilla just needs to hold position, really, and hope Harry and Ritzy have contact as they battle. And Coldzilla ideally would want to win here, because Ritzy needs to DNF at this point, or finish 17th to not score. And Coldzilla's 23 points behind, so he needs to finish P2 with the fastest lap, or a win. And if he gets a win in the fastest lap, then Ritzy would need to finish around maybe P13 or so to still win. So as long as Ritzy finishes somewhere, he should be good. Meanwhile, Ritzy's now gone. Coldzilla's been dropped a little here, which is not what he needed under this restart. Coldzilla now needs to close up again to Harry. Cannot lose time here. Meanwhile, he's got Cthulhu for company. Cthulhu on the softs, which could throw a spanner in the works here for Coldzilla. Cthulhu's now going to send on the inside of the hairpin. Contact between Coldzilla and Cthulhu. And Coldzilla now battling for the podium. And Cthulhu's going to get through, although they're side by side here down the straight. Coldzilla knows he needs this position. But Cthulhu's going to send it on the inside in to P3. Going to park it through the chicane. Coldzilla losing out massively here, as Ritzy's now 1.4 in the lead. Coldzilla unable to get away back through again. Zampa down in P15 after that spin in contact with Wade thrown into P9. Centrix unfortunately held by his teammate.
I'm back.
Down in P14. And Craig looking for way through, and Nakacracker's a little wide. Can Craig find a way through on the Haas here? Nakacracker goes very wide. Craig might send it here into the final corner as Ritzy sets the fastest lap. Oh, contact between Craig and Nakacracker. GB going to get through on Pneumatic. And Wade thrown now backing out of a move between Craig and Nakacracker as they both go off track here. Wade thrown trying to find a way through on Craig.
Oh, Freddie up the
Craig
inside of
trying to get
Zampa.
through.
Well, that was ambitious.
Fred now on the outside of Zampa. Can he send it round? As they're keeping it side by side here. Good racing from the
Passed
two.
by Max. Oh, they're going to be side by side here.
There's a big train here,
Oh my god, yes there is.
and there could be carnage. Pneumatic's going to send it. He sends it in deep.
No!
Trying to see, and that's Wade thrown now. Pneumatic
Oh
skips
no!
over the curb. Wade thrown goes off Max.
Oh.
And Pneumatic being ping-ponged around.
Oh.
As there's everyone coming through. And
Oh.
Centrix gets into P11. There's so many drivers
What's
swapping here.
Oh, I think Wade Throne got a
As
legal
Wade
overtake.
thrown
He had to drop back about
all the
4
way
positions
down
all of a sudden
to
on the straight.
P16.
Oh.
Pneumatic's gone off. I think Pneumatic may have damage here, or potentially an illegal overtake. Meanwhile, Centrix now into
I think
P11.
Newham had
Let's
damage.
see.
I mean, he got ping-ponged around at the chicane there. Oh, Wade Throne! Oh, gets pinged around by
Wade
Friggy
Throne.
there as well.
I believe must have damage at this stage.
Oh, I feel
Moving
bad for
very
Wade Throne.
slowly.
He just got
Yeah,
bullied.
got absolutely mangled in the chicane there. Meanwhile,
gonna come into the
Craig now
pits.
round the outside of Nakakraka. GB looking for a way back through. Meanwhile, Godzilla still following along. Cthulhu, who's on the soft tires, but he's 2.7 behind Parallel Harry, as Harry is 2.4 behind. Meanwhile, GB looking to send it round the outside as Craig sends it on the inside of Nakakraka. Who's going to get through here? Craig has the DRS, so does GB. Meanwhile, Godzilla into P3. We move back down here. Craig
Craig's
into
a solo to Stanson
P7
with his DRS flat.
as GB on the outside of Nakakraka. Nakakraka looking for the switchback as GB dives through in the chicane. GB P8 at the moment, looking for way back through. Meanwhile, Cthulhu on the inside of Godzilla.
To watch. There's
There's so much battles throughout here. Everywhere we look. Centrix now into P10. Meanwhile, as we move on into lap 14, Ritzy leads us away by 2.8. Is he going to stretch
Zampa
these mediums to the
right
end?
outside of the penultimate corner of Max. Oh, there's contact there.
As Freddy now is looking for a way through as well here. As they're... oh no, Zampa, don't do that!
Oh my god, I don't know.
He sent it on the
Zampa,
inside.
what are you doing?
A 3-wide moment into turn 1. Zampa had to skip the curb to not clean out the 2 cars on the outside. But Freddy gets through. I don't know what Zampa was doing there, but I didn't like it. Meanwhile, Centrix now on the back of Nakakraka. P10, meanwhile, GB gets into P7. Dasher as well. Well, he'll have the DRS off the back of Dasher's. We see Dasher go off track there. Meanwhile, Centrix on the back of Nakakraka. Dubsy in the chant says Zampa brown flag. And I think that's an accurate description. Meanwhile, GB has gained so much on Dasher and got round the outside. What a move. Meanwhile, Centrix now looking for way through Dasher.
No.
Potentially has contact with GB. GB losing the rear. And Freddy's going round. Oh, that's Craig. Oh no, and Freddy's out.
No.
Freddy ran into his teammate, and that's another safety car. And Ritzy has passed the pit entry.
Oh no. Oh no, no.
Is the safety car going to beat Ritzy out? It's not. So Ritzy does have an opportunity to go to mediums now. I think this hasn't helped GB because he's kind of either side of the tire window.
Oh,
he can go hards to the end.
He can go mediums again.
But
no, wait, no, he can't. Come on. He already started mediums.
He went mediums. But absolutely ripperoni for Freddy.
God, he has had
And
a day to forget. Disqualified in the sprint and then dies in the feature. Well.
Yeah. And damage between Dasher and GB apparently. I think Freddy Mallard in the chat says let's not repeat that tomorrow, and I'll try not to, Mallard, but stay out of my way. Anyway, Centrix has found himself all the way up to P7. Godzilla now, this is going to massively help him because it gets him back into
I think Ritzy is going to have to pit just for that. I think he should. Just because.
Well, if he has an extra set of mediums, absolutely.
But he did. Oh, actually, he had to use mediums in the sprint though. That's the only thing. But he might not actually have a fresh set. And he started on hards. So Ritzy is in a predicament here.
We'll see what he does. Does he stay out?
He comes in.
He comes in.
What's he gonna do then?
I was thinking maybe he could try, and he gets a time penalty crossing the pit lane. So does Harry. Meanwhile, Godzilla stays out.
Well.
A net P1 here.
Oh, Ritzy.
As there's still...
He actually has fresh mediums. Alright. Never mind.
But where is Ritzy going to come out? Godzilla still seems to be under VSC conditions because he's not pushing.
It's because he hasn't
under
got
the safety car queue here. Meanwhile, Centrix is up to P4. Imagine Centrix had even participated in the sprint. What we could have been seeing here towards the end. Centrix now Centrix, if you're... Oh, he almost runs into the rear of Dasher onto the safety car. Yikes. Centrix, if you're listening, you can hold up Ritzy. And COD could win here. So we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, we'll check what tyres everyone's gone on to. Godzilla on 7-lap old hards along with Spirit Fungus and Centrix. Dasher stayed out in the softs, which I believe is the wrong decision at this stage. Because the softs are not going to go to the end. He's going to have to pit anyway. So he's only really going to lose time here. But Ritzy and Harry will absolutely go to the end on those mediums. They both have time penalties, which we will see if they will be removed at the end. We'll have to double check the race director as well at the end, just to make sure they don't have more warnings. Meanwhile, Zampa's found himself up into P7, and Zampa can go to the end on these hards as well. But a lot of the drivers behind on fresh tyres. All the drivers on the mediums currently could go to the end from here. So they're in prime position. Yeah, Dubsy says the ghosting did not work on Craig's car, and Freddie just ran into Craig, who had spun, or it may have been the other way around. I don't even remember now.
Meanwhile, we have got an argument between Dasher and GB, unfortunately.
Let's just do that.
I mean, from the look of the incident between Dasher and GB, I believe it was Dasher in the wrong. Actually, I mean, he was up the he just sent it up the inside of a corner where you don't go for a move when you're behind. I mean, he just sent it, and then got past him, and then he brake checked GB. I was on board with him. I saw it all. So I think that was Dasher in the wrong there. And it was a bit dirty driving, I think, from Dasher, to be honest.
Yeah, there was a big pile-up following that incident between Dasher and GB. We'll see what the stewards say about that. Oh, Cthulhu!
Oh, what happened?
Contact with Zampa!
Oh, no.
What is he doing? What? And honor God, I wasn't even looking at the screen. I just seen Cthulhu had contact with Zampa on the straight. I don't know what he was doing, but absolute chaos. But Godzilla now in P1 where he needs to be, and he needs Ritzy realistically to be involved in an incident here. As Centrix, the Delta disappeared. I was a bit confused there. Meanwhile, Godzilla's going to get us restart here. And if there's a couple drivers here that can hold up Ritzy, it could help Godzilla disappear off into the distance. We will see, as Godzilla is going to lead the restart here. And Godzilla could win the championship, but he really does need things to go his way. He needs this win, and he needs basically everything to go bad for Ritzy. But as we head on to lap 18, when will Godzilla choose to go under this safety car restart? He's going now, and Spirit Fungus is a bit behind. Spirit Fungus may have lost out here now, 8 tenths behind under this safety car restart. As Dasher on the softs, Centrix right up behind Dasher, and Centrix could also throw a spanner in the works here, as Centrix could also
now behind Centrix, who
fight for the win, and Centrix now on the inside of Dasher. Ritzy on the outside. Ritzy sends it on the inside of Dasher, as Centrix losing out to Harry as well. Centrix lost out massively there, as both Harry and Ritzy got through. We didn't get a great camera angle of what happened there. Meanwhile, oh, Dasher's looking for a way back through again.
He got boxed in.
Got boxed in. Centrix was a little deep, as Dasher, losing the rear on the curb. Zampa looking for a way through as well. Zampa making it through, and Dasher meanwhile
died.
Ritzy into P2 on the outside of Spirit Fungus. Can he get the move here? As Parallel Harry also looking for the move on the outside.
Oh my God.
Spirit Fungus. Side by side they wide, almost
There's so
Latifi
much
into
going
the
on.
Latifi corner. Meanwhile, Centric's into the back of Dasher, a little bit of contact. Zampa's on the inside. Oh, there's contact
God.
between Zampa. As Centric's now on the inside, Zampa around the outside. Make it the move to stick.
Oh
There's
my
contact behind
God.
between the AlphaTauri of Max. Unbelievable. Centric still looking through on Dasher.
Oh,
Dasher's still
who's that?
ahead here.
Oh,
Ritzy into the
Nakakara's
lead. Ritzy in the lead here. There's a yellow flag. Nakakara off. Dasher still ahead of Zampa as Godzilla now losing
gonna
out
come back.
to Ritzy.
Is he?
Godzilla gonna come back at
Yes, he is.
Ritzy here on the outside. Godzilla now in P2 looking for the switch back, but Ritzy's on much better tyres here.
Zampa.
Ritzy needs to
Stars
give it
inside.
everything. As Centrix is here as well, as Parallel Harry gets through on Godzilla. Godzilla on the inside of Harry, going to concede the position as Centrix. Getting through on Zampa. Zampa getting swapped by Max as well. Zampa losing out massively. There's battles everywhere. Side by side goes Centrix. And Max has got through into P6. I don't even know how Dasher's still ahead in this battle. Max now
So much
into
going on, man.
P6.
So much contact
As
as well.
Dasher losing. Max on the... Max is in the rear.
Oh, Centric.
And Centrix and Max both get damage as Max on the back of Dasher. Dasher holding up this train. Everyone's so close together.
Cthulhu comes into the
Meanwhile-
pits. Oh, he must have had damage. Oh no.
Godzilla now 1.8 behind the leaders as Dasher has been absolutely held up by everyone here. Zampa's had contact with the back of Centrix. Got a time penalty there as well.
Oh! Craig Conley and wet throne! Oh, that's
Both
a
of them
huge
are
crash.
around, and both are Scotland and Wade thrown her out.
That's gonna be a safe score.
Scotland
That has to be.
and Wade thrown her out, and it's a full course yellow, and it's a safety car.
Oh,
and
my God.
GB's left. Invite GB. I need GB back in here.
Yeah.
I don't believe he's any damage, so I think he's just lagged out. We're gonna get
yeah, he
GB
must have
back in,
lagged
but
out
another safety car here. He's at home, so is game crashed? I don't know. But anyway, we have another safety car on lap 20 here. As Nakakraka overtaking the safety car. And this has added another spanner in the works here. Another spanner in the works as we head on to lap 20 of 29. Ritzy leads us away. Is he going to go on to the softs? Ritzy's left the session.
Oh,
At
why people
per timing.
disconnecting?
Is it going to pit his car? It pits his car! It pits his car! It pits his car! No! Oh my word! It's
Oh,
pit
but
his
Harry
car.
pits. So does Cod. So this is actually... Alright, this is fine for Ritzy then.
Okay, I'm hoping it has put him onto the softs, which has
That's me, my Focus
Hopefully-
takes the lead.
spared Fungus in the lead. I hope Ritzy wanted to go on to those softs. Otherwise, absolute carnage here.
Right, Ritzy's back. Did GB join back?
I did not see him join back.
Where's GB? GB is
Ritzy
back,
now.
I believe.
Ritzy P5.
GB is back, alright.
Godzilla P7 on the soft tires. Needs to use these soft tires. And again, we're in a situation here. And Dasher's still not pit. What? Okay. Don't know why Dasher's just not pitting. GB in the chat says he's in. Dasher is still out now on 12 laps sauce. I don't know why he hasn't pit.
Yeah, I think Dasher's gonna drop back now. He's also got his arch nemesis now, GB right behind him. So
Yeah,
needs to be careful between
GB
these
onto
two.
the safety car. Spared Fungus, GB and Pneumatic can all go to the end here. Meanwhile, all the drivers behind can definitely go to the end on those softs, and Zamp on the mediums. Meanwhile, Dasher's the only driver who I would say is definitely not going to the end here.
No. I want to know
the
his
tires
tires, to
are-
be honest. At least in the,
the
40s
tires
by
are-
now, I'd say.
The tires are going to pop on lap 12. I would say even higher. The tires are going to pop here if he tries to stay out to the end. There's no way you can do 17 laps. Or how much would he need to do? He need to do 19 laps, I think, on those softs to get them to the end.
12 plus
which I
8,
don't think is possible.
so Yeah, 20 laps.
20 laps. I don't think it's possible.
No,
But
no.
Spared Fungus in the lead here on Ritzy in P5, Codzilla in P7. Codzilla needs a minimum P2 in the fastest lap
Oh,
here.
What the hell is it? Oh,
And also
Stanton and
Ritzy.
Dasher comes into the pits.
Yep. So Dasher did come in. I'm guessing they had missed the pit entry.
They might have gone past
well,
it already. That's
I suppose GB was lagged out, meanwhile Dasher must have missed the pit entry. That must have been what happened. GB, unfortunately, had lagged out.
oh, and Dasher
But,
goes onto softs, not soft mediums. As GB's gone
Well,
onto
I'm
softs.
I'm
And
guessing
Zampa goes
Dasher
onto
didn't have
softs.
I'm guessing Dasher didn't have a set of sauce to go on to. Zampa must have
Let's check the
accidentally
tyre
went onto the
situation.
wrong tyre. I'm guessing Zampa chose the wrong tyre in the pit. That's my only guess. But I have seen glitches where there's people who've picked a tyre and then it's swapped them even though they have not decided to change tyre.
Yeah,
I've seen
possibly.
someone in a very high up esports race in Monaco was switching to go on to the inters, and then the game gave him hards, and you can literally see in the menu that he has selected inters.
Oh.
And as he pulls into the pit box, it switches onto hards, which is ridiculous on a wet track. And just you can hear him screaming, "I'm on hards!" and then you can hear stuff breaking. Meanwhile, the safety cars in this lap,
Meanwhile,
Ritzy
actually,
in P3.
I just realised everyone has got a pen apart from Cod and Spared Fungus. So,
Although
Yes.
I do think Ritzy and Parallel Harry
oh,
may
yeah, shit.
be
Yeah,
able to
they've
get
got that
those removed
bullshit pen in
because
the pits. Yeah,
yeah, I've seen it before where on pit entry it just gives you a random pen.
I've had that before, yeah.
But at the same time, they need to make sure they don't have as many warnings as well, because if they have too many warnings, then that won't be removed. Meanwhile, Spared Fungus is going to lead us on
Where's
the
the
restart.
Spared
Can
Fungus
go to the
fan
end.
club when you need them? Their
Yeah,
boys
where
leading the
is-
Grand Prix.
Yeah, they would be absolutely losing their minds here, but Spared Fungus
As he goes.
leading the Grand Prix here. He's going to drop the drivers behind now. Nudomatic and Spared Fungus could go to the end here, but they're not going to be very quick as Ritzy goes for the switchback. Has to back out of the throttle to make sure he doesn't overtake under the safety car, because he would have. Meanwhile,
contact
Codzilla now 1.1 behind already.
Straight past.
Ritzy and Nudomatic
No, man, it's getting swallowed
Are-
up.
battling here. Nudomatic swallowed up by Parallel Harry as well. Codzilla now really needs to gain. He's lost out as Ritzy now
Ritzy's to the
sends
lead
it
already.
into the lead, and Parallel Harry as well sending it through. Great battle here. Codzilla's round!
No!
Codzilla's got contact! Codzilla been spun around by SDK Max. Unbelievable. And that is
Oh,
Codzilla's
that is it.
championship hopes surely over, as Parallel Harry battles with Ritzy, and Codzilla now needs P2 in the fastest lap, as well
Well,
as Ritzy
that
to
is-
not score any points. But now that Codzilla's back in P13,
That's
that
heartbreaking.
could be the championship.
We got Centrix up to P3! Go on,
Centrix
Centrix!
as Spared Fungus now goes off track. Meanwhile, Friggy up to P6 as Ritzy and Parallel Harry.
Yeah, I want to see Centrix win this race. I have also become a Centrix fan. Let's go.
And Craig got through on
Never mind, we've got
Friggy
a
or
pilot.
Friday. And Zampa's round. Zampa's into the wall. And I think Zampa
Zamp-
may be calling it a day.
Is he trying
He's-
to cause a safety car?
I wonder. I don't know what he's doing. I think he may just be for shade. Meanwhile, Ritzy
Dude, gonna uninstall the game now. Calling it.
falling
Oh,
Ritzy
off the
sends
inside he
it
goes.
on the inside of Parallel Harry. And you have to feel here for Codzilla, who
He
didn't
saw
get
it
the best
all
of restarts.
and then got it taken away. Just like
Yeah,
that.
could have at multiple points here. It seemed possible. He needed
there's a fight.
Ritzy
It's
realistically
chicane.
though to retire. And Ritzy battling with Parallel Harry. Meanwhile, Zampa's retired in the pits, calling it a day. Unfortunate result for Zampa
So the two OGs are gone.
and
unfortunately.
Charisma. Meanwhile, Ritzy sends it on the inside of Harry as Centrix has joined this battle. So regardless of the championship result, there will be an exciting battle for the championship. Meanwhile, Dasher's left the session. Can you get Dasher back in again?
Yep.
Meanwhile...
Max sends it up the inside of Cod. I don't know if Cod's got damage now. I mean, he's falling back.
Oh, and Max is a big snap! That's Max off! Oh, and Naka Kraka sending it through in Coldzilla as well. And DRS has been enabled. Coldzilla gets back through Naka Kraka. Meanwhile, GB on the back of Craig.
Oh, Naka gets
We've got an exciting battle for the lead.
Centrix is in the fight
very
now.
Wide. Yeah, and we could have an exciting win. Meanwhile, GB backs out of that move. Well, on the inside of Craig, GB playing the smart game has had much drama here in this race. But as it stands, Ritzy will be your Tier 2 champion. And Coldzilla realistically needs a miracle. He needs Moses to
DSQ.
Yeah, he needs Moses to part the Red Sea here.
He needs to start raining in Abu Dhabi, which is hardly unlikely.
Yeah, he needs the heavens to open up. Meanwhile, Craig now in the back of Spared Fungus. GB also in the back of Spared Fungus. What's going to happen here? We're 3 wide down the straight. And Spared Fungus is going to lose out here as Craig into P4. Zampa's left the session. Unfortunately for him, after retiring
Adios,
in the pit
Zampa.
lane. Meanwhile, Cthulhu on the back of Nudomatic. GB following along Craig here through the final sector. Centrix is actually 1.2 behind.
Risty gets fastest lap as well to cement,
yeah,
I'm pretty
really
sure, his championship now.
Kind of rub salt in the wounds here. As Centrix going off. He's pushing hard to try and catch Parallel Harry and Ritzy. Parallel Harry hasn't been with us for long, but he has shown immense pace. I think he will join us next season in Tier 1. We'll have to see. Meanwhile, we've got Cthulhu and Nudomatic swapping. Nudomatic went off track. Meanwhile, Coldzilla now behind
He's
Max.
going to get the move on Craig. Heat 4.
With the DRS here, GB in to P4. If you're just joining us, Ritzy's leading the championship and could win it here in Abu Dhabi. And Coldzilla needs a miracle in order
as he passes Max
to win the championship, as he gets back through on Max, who may have caused the contact that could have compromised his championship. Meanwhile, Max now on the back of Coldzilla. Looks for the outside here. And Coldzilla on the inside. Can he outbreak Max? Max breaks later. Round the outside, side by side they go. Maybe a little brush, but Max may get through here. Coldzilla has to concede the position as Spared Focus now picks up a pen. So Coldzilla may not win the championship here, but
he will win our hearts.
He will win our hearts, especially being the only driver on track without a penalty.
Yes.
Coldzilla is one of the cleanest drivers you will meet. So we're glad to have him here in WHF, and hopefully next season we can even see Coldzilla be promoted to Tier 1 as well. Certainly deserves it with his performance this season. But as we move back up the grid, we're on lap 27, the third last lap. We have 2 battles between Friday behind Nudomatic, or Friggy. Yeah, I keep forgetting. He's got such a confusing name. Friggy. Anyway, Friggy now on the inside of Nudomatic on the sauce. And Friggy gets through on Nudomatic. Nudomatic outbreaks himself, almost has contact with the rear. Friggy now into P8.
Nudomatic's going to come back.
Coldzilla now looking for a way back through.
Friggy's
as Nudomatic on the back of Friggy. Nudomatic now round the outside. Friggy sends it on the inside. They're keeping it clean here. Friggy side by side with Nudomatic. Nudomatic's in the 3. Meanwhile, Coldzilla gets through on Max. As Max now on the back of Coldzilla.
Wow.
But as we head on to the penultimate lap, Ritzy leads us away by 2 seconds. Friggy now in the back of Pneumatic. Codzilla on the back of this battle as well. Codzilla, as you see Friggy go very wide. Codzilla's into the rear of Friggy.
Oh,
As
no.
Max now looking through, and it's gone from bad to worse for Codzilla, really. Not what he needed. Contact with the back of Friggy. Friggy now going wide again at the hairpin. Max sends it off track as he picks up a penalty. I think he may have
I think he
an
must have
illegal
got an illegal
overtake.
overtake there.
As he lets Friggy back through again. Codzilla now into P9. Friggy gonna have to brake here. Meanwhile, Max sends it on the inside. Contact with the inside of Friggy. Meanwhile, Pneumatic dancing off the curb. Codzilla now round the outside. Make it into
Spared
P8
fungus.
here. Cthulhu and Spared Fungus ahead.
the
Side by side they
outside.
go. Cthulhu
Good.
ahead. Codzilla ahead. Friggy and Max. Contact. Max is around. Max around here. As still side by side go Spared Fungus and Cthulhu. As we head now on to the final lap.
Final lap of Tier 2. Season
Final
1.
lap of the Tier 2 season. Spared Fungus still following along Cthulhu. But
Oh, yellow
there's a yellow
flag.
flag out for Max again. But as we're on the final lap, Ritzy, the championship leader, leads us away here in Tier 2 and has been so far the deserving champion. He just needs to keep it clean for the rest of the race here. Meanwhile, Godzilla's championship rival needs an absolute miracle to happen, needs 7 cars to get out of his way. Meanwhile, we see Spared Fungus on
Cedric's
the
got
back
some
of Cthulhu as Max
Max
is retired in the
retires.
pits, calling it a day. And into the back goes Cthulhu, into the back of Spared Fungus, looking for way through in the chicane. Can Cthulhu get back through with the DRS? Side by side they go.
Here comes
Who's going to
Ritzy.
get ahead here?
I get a
As
pen!
Ritzy picks up a time penalty! Which adds a little bit of drama. Cthulhu now around the outside of Spared Fungus. But your champion is going to be Ritzy, who crosses the line here. And
Harry
doesn't
wins.
win in Abu Dhabi. Parallel Harry will win in Abu Dhabi by a 10th.
Yeah, but that's
Centric
actually the
finishes
results. Because of the pens.
P3.
Will get removed.
And both of them have a penalty that will get removed. But Ritzy loses the win, but
Friggy
will
versus
win the
Pneumatic.
championship. Meanwhile, we'll move down as Friggy will finish P10 behind Pneumatic. Centrix finishes P3 on track and may finish P3 in the championship. We're gonna have to see here. I'm gonna type the results in very quickly. Ritzy finishes P2, so will win the championship here in Tier 2. Centrix finishes P3. Did Godzilla finish P8, was it?
We'll have a look. We will have a look.
But if we refresh the standings here,
Godzilla, yeah, P8. Only man not to get a penalty.
only man not to get a penalty if we
Ritzy in the end
refresh.
did get a fastest lap, so he does get that extra 2 points.
If we and I need
To
to type
solidify
Centrix
his
into
championship.
qualifying. If we have a look at the standings here, let's refresh, see what Centrix got. If it will refresh. It's not refreshing.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't type him into qualifying again. I typed him into the sprint,
Oh.
which he also wasn't in. Right, let us refresh again. Centrix finishes P2 in the championship, beats Godzilla by 4 points.
Oh.
Ritzy will be your champion on 324 points. Centrix finishes P2 with 294 points.
Do we want to speak to some drivers or not?
293 points. Meanwhile, Godzilla finishes P3 with 289 points. And I would say open the party, Ollie, invite everyone in. We'll have a review at the end of the season.
Oh, I actually invited you. Oh yeah.
Have you opened the party?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Craig, you're echoing, but welcome in. Make sure you tick the box as well.
Yep, I did.
Sanderson 2, lovely. Who else we can get in here? Let's get Sundbergson if he wants to try and join. Oh, he's on fucking thingy, isn't he? Never mind.
That was a good pre-race for tomorrow.
Oh, that's
Christ. Fucking.
But as you all come in, make sure you tick the box. We need. I don't think we're gonna get our champion in actually, unfortunately, because Ritzy does have an exam that he needs to leave for, unfortunately.
If you're watching Ritzy, good luck, mate.
Yeah, good luck to Ritzy in his exam. Wins the championship here. Still around for. I don't even know what I'm saying. Anyway, we'll start with GB. How did your race go, GB? And
honestly,
would you like to round
I'd
up the
start with
season for yourself as well?
just for the sake of keeping it PG for a little while longer.
Oh no.
I'm literally
Okay.
dealing with a driver who shall remain nameless in DMs at the moment. Who is still protesting his innocence.
Mate, to be honest, I saw it on stream.
The stewards will.
Honestly, I was without words. I've never been more annoyed in a league race in my life. A reserve comes in who hasn't raced with us all season and fucking causes a massive pile up in the sprint, and then I get murdered in the normal race as well. But I can't really complain because I still got P4 in the end. So like, it could have been a lot worse. I'm gutted I didn't get to battle with Centrix. I don't know. No, he's not in the party, but I was hoping to have a final battle with him before he goes off to tier 1, but it's another time I guess with him. But, yeah.
Right. We have Centrix here, who's joined the Discord party, and I don't know if the stream is going to be able to hear him because I'm playing it through my phone and it's going through my mic. So Centrix, you got P3, you got P2 in the championship. How'd that race go for you? I don't even know if the stream's going to be able to hear you, but how'd that go for you?
I don't think we can hear him.
Yeah, I can't hear him.
Centrix, do you want to shout?
Still not hearing anything.
Yeah, nothing's coming through.
Oh, I'm sorry, Centrix, we can't hear you, unfortunately. I did try, but Centrix, you let me know how it went, and then I'll translate for the rest of the stream. Yep.
Oh, I can summon.
Well, Centrix says that his tires, he couldn't get his tires clicking, but it was fun nonetheless. Centrix, I hope you're doing well, having COVID. That is really poor timing.
Yeah.
But looking forward to having you in Tier 1 next season, and for a number of other drivers as well who will be joining. But looking forward to that. And I think we will move on now in the interviews to Craig, the fan favourite. Craig, how'd that race go for you, and how has your season been as well?
Yeah, well, I mean, the second race for T2, but I got collected for a few times in this race, but sorry for, I think, Freddie was pinned in the corner and he ran into me. But other than that, it was a good race, some fun battles, and yeah, it's I look forward to next year. But I'm looking forward to next race tomorrow, so I'm kind of like prepared for tomorrow.
Yeah, at least you've got some practice for the chaos, because we do not have any practice, me and Ollie, so we will definitely need to practice how to avoid all the incidents.
Yes,
Anyway,
for the sake of you lot, I just hope it's cleaner.
yeah.
Because
We'll move on to Nudomatic.
Move on to the brothers,
one of-
actually.
Yeah, one of the Haas brothers. Welcome in, Nudomatic.
Hello.
How did that race go for you, and how did the season go as well?
Well, we'll add on from what GB said, the driver who shall remain nameless. I got ping-ponged about, but I'm happy with the P10 finish. Say I got sent to the back, but what can we do? For a season, it went as well as it could be for a first season. Hopefully to improve on it next year, and we'll see how we go.
Well, you had a great season, and I'm glad to have you in the league, Nudomatic, and also Naka Kraka, Nudomatic's brother, for all this stream who don't know. How did that race go for you, and how did the season go as well? Also, have you all ticked the box in the party? Yes.
So,
Oh god.
there is the box.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Have you all ticked the box? Yeah. No. Did anyone forget?
No box has been
Is that
ticked.
better? Is that better?
Yeah.
I think I've ticked the box.
Just. It's just so that the stream can hear you as well.
Right. Yeah. Well, that race went as good as me ticking that box. Yeah. Just kind of all over the place. I mean, I got back up to, I think it was like P7, and then got absolutely destroyed by someone rejoining the track. But yeah, a good little fun. I mean, to come back after missing 4 races after being away with work is good fun. It's been a brilliant season. My highlights the sprint race. I can't remember. Spa came P3. That's as good as it'll get. So pretty happy with that. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yep, been a lot of fun. Commentating for Tier 2, I must say. I don't know, I'll speak for myself here, and for everyone. How's it been for you, Ollie, commentating?
I mean, it's been actually really good, to be honest. The start of the season was, let's just say, it was abysmal, to be honest. There were so many incidents and so much art, it was just terrorism at the start of the season. Then, as we gradually got on, everyone started respecting each other a bit more. And to be honest, I've been very impressed by a lot of drivers this season. And to be honest, it has been a fantastic season. For the first season of WHF, I'd just like to say big congratulations to all drivers. I think you all have done a fantastic job, and well, we will see next year for what you can bring to the table, especially for Odd, Centrix, Ritzy, and I believe Harry, who will be promoted to Tier 1 next season. Hope to see them fighting up front Tier 1, and yeah, I mean, commentating been really fun, so hopefully come back next season as well. And yeah, we'll see.
Yep. But yeah, I think now we'll run it up next. Tomorrow we have the Tier 1 finale in Abu Dhabi as well. Cookie has already won the championship there, so 2 Red Bull winners, with Ritzy winning here tonight. And tomorrow GB will be your commentator, who I'm assuming will be less mad tomorrow, hopefully. But GB...
It'll just be about, mate. About maybe.
Now that you've calmed down a little bit, can you objectively,
Can I?
unbiasedly offer your thoughts on that race and your season as well? GB finished P4 in the standings,
Did I?
so great
Nice.
result for GB.
Yeah. My season as a whole, I'll leave tonight because that was what it was. But season as a whole was fun. It's definitely probably the most fun I've had in a league for a long time. And it's one that finished in P4, and I think I did about half the races of Centrix and COD. I just wish I could have made it for the whole season instead, because I feel like us 3 had some good battles this season, and it could have been a really good title battle up to the end. I don't think any of us would have beaten Ritzy. I think he was a class ahead, but it would have been a very good sort of battle for that runners up if I could have done the whole season. But I can't complain with P4. I can complain about tonight, but I'll leave that. But overall, I can't complain really. So, it's been a good one.
Yep, it's been a very good season, and thank you all for everyone who has supported the stream so far. Let me snooze this ad break. Oh, I fucking missed it. Shit. I think we've an ad break. I literally see in the corner of my eye it says ad break coming up, and there's a snooze button. I fucking clicked. Anyway, I'll just say it. If people want to watch it back, they can. But I'll round up my thoughts. It's been a great season here in Tier 2. Ritzy's your champion, followed by Centrix, followed by Codzilla, followed by GB. Your Constructors champion is the team of Codzilla and Scotland in the McLarens, so shout out to them. Tomorrow we will be here. If you haven't followed just yet, we'll be here tomorrow for the Tier 1 finale in Abu Dhabi, and then we'll be taking a break week, well, not a break week, a break month really, until mid to late January. So everyone enjoy the Christmas and their New Year's, and I'll try and see if we can find someone to raid on our way out. Let's have a look here. Who is live? Let me look through F123. Someone who speaks English.
And won't ban
this
you.
Guy. And won't ban me. Yep, you know what's funny is the people that banned me, they were the first people that came up. So I was like, I'm not raiding them. Anyway, we're gonna raid Fun Oreo. Everyone, give him a follow on your way out. Thank you all for watching. It's been a great season here in Tier 2. I've been WHF Arrow, joined by Ollie. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for the bits, Craig, on the way out. And we'll be back tomorrow for the finale of Tier 1. But thank you all for watching, and goodbye.
Peace.
My God.
See you later, Centrix.